I've got a story for you today that'll make you think twice about the loose change in your pocket. We're jumping into the fascinating world of rare coins, and boy do I have a treat for you. We're talking about the 1916D Mercury dime, a coin so rare and valuable that it's become the stuff of numismatic legend. So, grab a seat, and let's explore why this tiny piece of silver has captivated collectors for over a century. In 1916, the United States was on the cusp of entering World War I, and change was in the air. The Mint decided it was time for a fresh design on the dime, quarter, and half dollar. They turned to a talented sculptor named Adolf A. Weinman, and boy did he deliver something special. Weinman's design for the dime featured a young liberty wearing a winged cap, which many mistook for the Roman god Mercury. Hence, the Mercury dime nickname was born. On the reverse, we've got a fasces wrapped in an olive branch, symbols of unity and peace. You see, 1916 wasn't just any old year. The United States was standing at a crossroads. President Woodrow Wilson was running for re-election on the slogan, "He kept us out of war." But it wasn't all doom and gloom. 1916 was also a time of innovation and progress. The first supermarket, Piggly Wiggly, opened its doors. Boeing was founded, setting the stage for the future of aviation. And in the world of entertainment, Charlie Chaplin was making audiences laugh in silent films. It's against this backdrop of change and uncertainty that our little dime made its debut. Now, let's talk about the man behind the coin, Adolf A. Weinman. This guy was a true artist. Born in Germany, he immigrated to the United States as a child and studied under some of the greatest sculptors of his time. The wings on Liberty's cap, they represent freedom of thought. The fasces on the reverse, that's all about strength through unity. It's a miniature masterpiece. Here's where things get really interesting. While the Philadelphia and San Francisco mints churned out millions of these new dimes in 1916, the Denver Mint? They only produced 264,000. That's right, just a fraction of what the other mints made. Well, it turns out they were busy striking the previous year's design at the beginning of 1916. By the time they switched over to the new Mercury design, the year was almost over. Let's take a moment to imagine the journey of one of these dimes. Picture this. It's 1916, and a shiny new dime rolls off the press in Denver. Maybe it ends up in a shopkeeper's till, or in the pocket of a factory worker. Through the roaring 20s, the Great Depression, World War II, and beyond, this little dime could have been there for it all. And all the while, most people had no idea they were holding a future treasure. Now, let's talk about the thrill of the hunt. You see, coin collecting isn't just about having valuable pieces. It's about the chase, the research, the excitement of potentially finding something special. I've heard stories of people sifting through thousands of dimes, hoping to spot that elusive D mint mark. And every now and then, you hear about someone finding one in an old relative's coin jar or at a flea market. All right, it's time to talk numbers. How much is this little dime actually worth? Well, hold on to your hats, because the values might just knock you off your feet. In circulated condition, we're talking anywhere from $850 to $1,000. But in uncirculated condition, the sky's the limit. In 2015, a pristine 1916D Mercury dime sold for, are you ready for this? $182,125 at auction. That's right. A coin that was worth 10 cents when it was minted is now worth more than many people's homes. Now, with great value comes great responsibility, and unfortunately, the temptation for fraud. That's why authentication is so crucial in this hobby. Expert numismatists use high-powered microscopes and specialized knowledge to distinguish the real deal from the fakes. As we wrap up our journey through the history of the 1916D Mercury dime, it's clear this coin has left an indelible mark. This isn't just a valuable collectible. It's a tangible piece of American history, a work of art you can hold in your hand, and a reminder of how something small can become extraordinarily significant over time. Well, that's the story of the 1916D Mercury dime. Next time you're handling your loose change, take a closer look. You never know what treasures might be hiding in plain sight. If you've enjoyed this numismatic journey, be sure to like and subscribe for more stories from the fascinating world of rare coins. Until next time, keep your eyes peeled for those hidden gems. And as always, happy hunting!